My name is Gabby Castillo, and I am doing a presentation on face painting. Here's my lovely crowd.
Woo! Hey guys! Gabby! Woo! Gabby's awesome.
Okay, so it is nearing Halloween, and it is the month of October, and I always feel like I plan for this holiday months in advance, and I just freak out last minute because I don't come up with anything. So I'm going to do a short tutorial with 3 very basic and very easy faces to do. And I'll start with what I use, the brushes I use, the sponges. I'll go ahead and follow up with some different techniques. So there's a sponging technique, there's a one-stroke technique, and there are split cakes, which are 2 different colors on one palette. So I hope that you guys can bear with me while I complete these faces. And I'll start off with the different things that I use. So there's 3 different brands that I use. I do Wolf Effects for line art, and I do Tag for just metallic colors or any filler color. These are split cakes, multiple colors on one palette. This is by Prisma and Paradise. This basically allows you to achieve these kind of flowers with depth, and it gives it a lot more dimension. I use Tag because it's a little bit more opaque and it looks better on the face. Let's see. I use 3 different kind of brushes, 4 actually. So I have this wider one, and this is for the split cakes. This is for smaller flowers. This is for teardrops and just filler. So like around here, I used the sponge effect for him so he didn't have any. And this is a detailing brush. You can buy them online. I buy them at facepaint.com. There's sponges that I use. There's different kind of sponges. There's basic makeup blending ones. I don't use these for face paint because face paint doesn't blend out all that well. For this, I use Kryolan, and this is like high-end professional makeup, so I would use this for one of those. Let's see. So basically certain techniques I have would be doing any kind of teardrop. So I'll just break down what each thing does here. This would be good for any kind of thicker line art or work. The detailing brush adds small detail to certain things, so you also don't ever want to load up your brush too much because it drips. So this would be for finer things. And then the sponge technique just allows you to cover more surface with little paint. So if you're trying to do that, that's what I did for his face to cover it up. Let's see, I also use gems. If you want to stick on a gem, use body paint or body glue, because other things tend to be a little bit toxic, like nail glue or eyelash glue. Also, the glitter that I use is safe for bodies because craft glitter will cut an eye. So the craft glitter is made out of metal and it's metallic. So okay, I'll go ahead and I'll finish up the faces with everything that I spoke about. I'll do a one stroke, and then I'll do the sponge technique and the blending. And then for his face, it was just all sponge. And these are, also I just wanted to mention, these are relatively cheap. So these are like $7. The bigger ones tend to be a little bit more. These are like $12. And the split cakes, this one was $14, and this one was, I want to say, like $12. So they're not too expensive, and they really finish up any kind of, costume that you're trying to put together. So if you want to zoom in real quick, and I'll just finish her face. So Sarah is being a fairy. We're going to just do a fairy crown because it's quick. So you have the flat brush. You want to point the darker side out. And then you're making U's. So this is for the centerpiece. And then, hold on here. And then that just makes it, you know, the little bud in the middle. These are a little bit more complex and harder to do. If you take the flatter end and the darker end on top, you go up, and then you take it from right here, and then swoop down, and then you can just finish it. So those are just little rosebuds.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay. Okay. So you can add whatever you want. Anything that I'm doing, you can do a half face or a full face. I like to ask people what their favorite, or I like to ask kids what their favorite color is, and then I'll go over their eyes with it. Okay. And then I'll use a smaller flat brush to go right over the green to make the leaves. So it creates that kind of two-dimensional leaf. I did just that, just to round off the face, because I think it looks better. But you don't have to do that, obviously. So it's up to you. And then I just add glitter. And then the glitter really finishes the look. Okay. So that's my fairy face. Thank you.
Woohoo! All right.
Okay. And then I have my cheetah. And for this I use the blending brush. So, okay. So this just is amazing. I love it. Looks good, shiny. So you just want to cover the whole face. Okay. And then with the thicker sponge, I'm just going to go over her eye. Look up.
What a happy cheetah.
So this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm probably not matching because the angle I'm at, yeah. So, also anything that you do, and less is always more, but you can always fix it. So it's not the end of the world if you mess up. Okay. So I'm going over with the black, and then I'm just gonna finish out the eyebrow. And then I just put some spots there.
Damn.
And then, let's see. Go right over your eye. And then I'm just going to finish off with making her spots. So you want to make some of them bigger. My brush is kind of curved, so I just utilize that curve in there. So this whole look doesn't take very long, so it'll be quick. Okay, you're done. And if you want, you can add some glitter. I added some glitter to the side of her face. It'll go just right on there. So, thank you, Anne.
What?
Woohoo!
So awesome.
Beautiful.
Okay, so here's my zombie face. This is Paul. I'm gonna finish up his face, and so this one is just with sponge. So if you really just want no care, just want to do like a quick thing before you have some kind of Halloween event to go to. So I just outline his already kind of defined features on his face. And then you can just blend it out if it's too much. So I shade, it's like contouring, so I contour the darkest parts. Or like the parts that you want to have a shadow. And I would usually do around his neck area. You can add some blood if you want. I don't have any Halloween blood, so I just use some face paint. And it's kind of, it looks really fake, so I would recommend just doing some standard Halloween blood. On that side, I just added some veins with the detail brush, and he's done. So I hope that was informative, and those were 3 basic and easy faces. They're not very expensive to do, and it's a great way to top off your costume if you're going out. And I hope that was pretty informative, and thank you all for listening. I do have some fake blood, thank you very much. So I'll just put a little bit of that on there. And you can do that with the, there we go. You can do that with a brush. You can splatter it. You can get the cake really wet and like accumulate all the water on the end and then just splash it on the face, which makes a really cool effect. This, I'm just gonna kind of make it look like he's been eating brains. Or just hit, I don't know. But you get the basic idea. You can add more blood or less depending on what you want to do. So, thank you.
Zombie crawl time.
But thank you. Woo! And my name is Gabby Castillo, and thank you for all.
And Gabby.
coming here.
All right.
This is,
Well done.